President Biden recently issued a stark warning about the economic policies of MAGA Republicans. He argued that their proposals would benefit the wealthy at the expense of working families. Biden contrasted this approach with his own, which he described as growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up. This speech highlights a fundamental debate about the best way to create economic opportunity for all Americans. Biden's challenge is significant. He faces a Republican Party increasingly beholden to the wealthy and corporate interests. These groups often favor policies that exacerbate inequality, such as tax cuts for the rich and deregulation that undermines worker protections. Biden's task is to convince Americans that a different path is possible. He must articulate a clear and compelling vision for an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. This will require bold action and a willingness to challenge entrenched interests. Biden's economic philosophy centers on the idea that a strong middle class is essential for a healthy economy. He believes that when working families have more money in their pockets, they spend it in the local economy, creating jobs and boosting growth. This is the essence of the middle-out approach. To achieve this, Biden has proposed a range of policies, including tax cuts for middle-class families, investments in education and job training, and support for small businesses. These measures are designed to create a virtuous cycle where economic growth benefits all Americans. The middle-out approach stands in stark contrast to the trickle-down economics favored by many Republicans. Trickle-down theory argues that tax cuts and benefits for corporations and the wealthy will eventually trickle down to the rest of the population. However, decades of evidence have shown that this approach primarily benefits those at the top, leading to greater inequality and slower economic growth. The allure of trickle-down economics lies in its simplicity. Proponents argue that by reducing the tax burden on businesses and high earners, we unleash economic activity and create jobs. However, this theory ignores the fundamental reality that a strong economy requires robust consumer demand. When the vast majority of income gains flow to a small percentage of the population, consumer spending stagnates. This is because the wealthy tend to save a larger portion of their income than middle-class and low-income families. As a result, businesses face reduced demand for their products and services, leading to slower economic growth and fewer job opportunities. Moreover, trickle-down policies often lead to cuts in essential public services that support working families, such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. These cuts further exacerbate inequality and undermine long-term economic growth. In today's fast-paced media environment, headlines often grab attention with provocative claims. It's crucial to look beyond these headlines and examine the substance of the issues being discussed. For instance, some headlines may mention prominent figures like Elon Musk without providing context or details about his actual involvement in the topic at hand. While Musk is a successful entrepreneur, his views on economic policy should be evaluated based on their merit, not his celebrity status. It's essential to engage in informed discussions about economic policy that are grounded in evidence and facts, not just personalities or sensationalized claims. Ultimately, the choice between Biden's middle-out approach and the trickle-down economics favored by some Republicans is a choice about what kind of economy we want to create. Do we want an economy that works for everyone, or one that primarily benefits those at the top? The answer to this question will have profound implications for the future of our country.